Hello fam, welcome back to our channel. 2023, all the political gladiators are warming up. The north are actually angling, some part of the north are angling to see how Goodluck Ebele Jonathan should succeed the president of Nigeria now, as I'm talking about President Muhammadu Buhari. But one of the gladiators, political gladiators, and an Igbo son of the soil has come up and said, look, what are you pursuing? Are you pursuing kakas or are you pursuing the real thing? But before we go into the full details of what he meant, how Nigeria's structure has fallen, how so many things he mentioned, so many, I tell you, I'm so surprised he mentioned so much. I tell you, we'd like you to subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button. Beside it, you will see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. All right. What Peter Obi has said that politicians breaking heads in their struggle to be in control of affairs in Nigeria will soon discover that what they are struggling over is an empty shell. What a description! As the entire structure the country is built upon is collapsing. The warning came from the former governor of Ananmbra State, Obi, who on Wednesday bemoaned the perilous situation in the country, warning that the road the leadership was taking was fraught not only with danger, but will lead to a dead end if not perdition. Perdition. This is serious. Obi took the opportunity of being a guest speaker at the 60th anniversary of the founding of the University of Nigeria, Nsukka UNN, to once again point at the stark reality staring us in the face in this country, heaping the blame on the leadership style of the successive leaders in the recent years. For instance, he bewailed the fact that the country's residing profile had placed it at an unenviable position of the world poverty capital. That's really terrible. He noted that with 6 persons dropping into the poverty basket every minute, children dropping out of school, a lot of people going to bed hungry, and insecurity rising, Nigeria was now at a level where countries ravaged by war like Iraq, Syria, and Afghanistan were now doing better. All this according to Obi, who was the vice presidential candidate for the People's Democratic Party (PDP), while quoting from current statistics as usual, had also put Nigerians into the lowest bracket of the most stressed and unhappy people on earth, where the gap in inequality between the rich and the poor remained also among the highest in the world, dwelling on bad governance and poor leadership as the major factor. Peter Obi lamented that virtually all of the countries that were at the same level with Nigeria had left the country behind, with only exception being Sudan. Peter Obi reviewed a number of countries in Asia, such as China, Indonesia, Vietnam, and the Philippines, and those in Africa such as Egypt, Ethiopia, Sudan, and Ghana, who were almost at the same level with Nigeria, and even those far behind in the last 2 decades. Reviewing Nigeria so far was at the core of his speech at the event, which drew a lot of important dignitaries, including the former Deputy Governor of Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, Tunde Lemo. Obi, who chose to limit himself to 2,000, dismissed the debate on which government outclassing the other in terms of performance, arguing that there was a global mechanism for measuring a country witnessing growth. He said the world has a standard for measuring development that is universally accepted. Like in the university system, there is a standard for measuring quality of teaching and learning. The standard is the human capital development, that's HDI. It is a standard through which the development is measured, and in all Nigeria is lower than the countries under comparison. This is really sad, but then it's quite an interesting one coming from the fact that that's a politician talking, and whether we like to enjoy propaganda or not, the truth be told, Facts are facts. Figures don't lie. Facts don't lie. You may be hiding under the guise of propaganda, but the truths are staring us in the face. Every day by day, we see the level of insecurity, banditry. We see the level of hunger in the land. You see, kidnapping is the order of the day, is now a norm, and the fact that to a great extent, if not just fairly recently, that Edo have decided to break the janks of godfatherism. At some point, the electorate votes never counted in Nigeria. It got so bad that you begin to wonder what's the essence really of your voters card if you can't exercise your franchise and it counts. You begin to see people who know that they have not performed at all, but they're confident they will win because they know that whether the electorate votes or not, rigging is a banker, is a confirmed, is sacrosanct, which means they're just preparing their next line of looting simply because they know that they are going to be taken, whether they like it or not. In as much as they are paid kudos and paid their alliance and loyalty to the godfather in the land, then it's a banker, sacrosanct, they will be re-elected. But no, definitely not from the mandate of the people. But obviously, the likes of Edo last election have changed a lot of permutations and reaction concerning politics. I just hope that will be the new face and the new look Nigeria will be having when it comes to the issue of elections. But now, let's hear what Nigerians are saying concerning this matter, because the truth be told, Nigeria is not where it ought to be. We call ourselves giant of Africa. What are we giant in? Is it in banditry? Are we giant in other things? We need to grow beyond what we say ourselves. We are a great nation, no doubt about it. But have we been able to practically harness our greatness? Or are we living in the shadows of the fact that we will be great, but we are yet to achieve that greatness? But let's hear what Nigerians are saying concerning this matter. This one here is saying, if you like, speak grammar till tomorrow. Fulani doesn't understand grammar of development. This one here is saying, but the oil is not dried up yet. So in classical mercenary mode, get their hands on the till. Look at the frenzy, the shameful incident, how they storm election venues with huge returns of followers, evidence of idleness, and if 1 to 1,000 of such zeal is expanded in developing the country, it could have been a success story. This one here is saying, can Buhari or anyone in the leadership of APC give this type of talk with empirical analysis? Let Nigerians suffer if they don't want a good thing. Igbos will never be the worst off in hunger, but they are Majiris of the north. This one here is impressive. Just listen to presidential material talking with facts and constructions. This one here is saying some people do not have time to listen. Okay, this one here is saying Peter Obi has said it all. Nigeria started development with all Asian countries. Today, see where they are. Are we even borrowing money from them? What a shame. Let the Hausa Fulanis continue to drink oil, ready-made liquid. One day the oil will dry. That time they will look for an Igbo man to fix the country back to track. Left to me, Igbo should face business and leave governance for them, because Igbo man going there now is to build later. They will scatter the systems. That was the issue with them and OBJ. After paying the past loans, now we are back to it. Chop chop, e.g. of the 5 talents in the Bible. Now, that's the problem we have in this country. When you say you want to leave leadership to other tribes and you just want to mind your business, all right, it sounds nice to the ear. It sounds, I don't want trouble kind of, it looks as if I don't want trouble. But the truth be told, the governance will affect business. They can make policies tomorrow that will so affect the business steering or business sector, even if, including the Igbo men, such that you begin to wonder, why are these numbskull in the helms of affair? So if you have what it takes to be in the rulership, there's nothing stopping you. Why not, if not, pick a form and let your mandates be known, allow people know who you are, and move on. I know we've not gotten there yet, where we'll begin to follow quality and stuff and not the party. Right now we have a two parties kind of system, APC, PDP. Literally, if you are not voting somebody from APC, you are actually voting somebody from PDP. So if the good hands are in AAC and other parties, sorry, nobody will really say. If you want to move anywhere, you want to become take any position of leadership, you have to find your way into APC or PDP. But then that place is overfilled with people who are already in line, chains of line, and it's not even your turn in the next 20 years. So have you seen, there's almost an impossible task until Nigerians rise up and break the chain. We just maybe seeing what Obi Peter is saying. That's where we're going to wrap it up. Let's meet in our comment section. What's your take? I feel I feel that Vice Presidential aspirant Peter Obi is not totally far from the truth. Nigeria is borrowing too much. I wonder how we're going to go about it, paying our debt and still meeting capital project and paying up our bills. Let's meet in our comment section. Let's interact. Do you have a better opinion other than that? What Peter